guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm alongside Adamo Ritaco to review the match that just finished moments ago at the San Siro, the match between AC Milan and Chievo, where Milan won 1-0 thanks to a goal from Antonelli. But wait a sec. Did I hear 0? 0? We finally got a clean sheet, Adamo, is that right? Guys, it's a miracle. After 10 rounds, we finally picked up a clean sheet. And who else than Gigi Donnarumma to give us the pleasure of a clean sheet at only 16 years old in the second appearance. That is just incredible. What is this world coming to, guys? Anyways, positive result, great win after picking up that win over the weekend against Sassuolo. And good to see that we just didn't stop at one and that we're actually building on that winning streak. And you can see slowly, if you keep up with the wins and you build a streak, you're going to see that you're going to reach those top teams. And that is exactly what we're doing now, as some teams drop some points and so forth. But Milan needs to go on and continue with this attitude, especially the attitude that we saw in the second half, because we didn't really see a great first half. It was actually very boring from both sides with very low goal-scoring chances. But afterwards, in the second half, especially after Antonelli's goal, that is when Milan put the foot to the pedal and really started pressing hard on Chievo. And this game should have easily ended, in my opinion, at least with 4 or 5 goals with the amount of chances that we had. But we need to be more clinical than this, and it's going to really hurt when we play tougher teams and tougher opponents when we don't put those chances in the back of the net. But Adamo, after picking up this win, that's what counts, the 3 points, more important than anything else. What did you make of this performance, and what do you see this Milan going on forward in the next few matches?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the clean sheet by AC Milan, very, very solid. Very happy about that. Like you said, the first half was okay. There was nothing really going on, so really hard to judge. But that second half, ladies and gentlemen, the floodgates open. Antonelli with the beautifully placed freaking goal. Loved it. Great goal by Antonelli there. And as I said, the floodgates open. Milan just got chance after chance after chance. First step is always good that we're getting the chances. Next step, now we need to start being clinical, as you said, because if we're not, teams like Juventus, Roma, Lazio, they're going to make us, or they're going to punish us because we're not taking advantage of those chances. And luckily, Chievo weren't able to, take advantage of Milan not scoring those chances and level the game up, because I would have been pretty sad about that. We kept the clean sheet. Mr. Donnarumma absolutely killing it in goal. But yeah, that game could have ended 3-4-0. Multiple occasions where Cerci and Baca had chances with an open net practically, and we're just an inch off. So, any other day, Milan could have won this game 3-4-0, like I said. A lot of positive takes from this match. As I said, first half a bit bland, but you can't really judge us. So overall, pretty happy about the win, as it could have been 3-4-0, like I said.
Yeah, definitely the performance was a big change from what we saw against Sassuolo, where back at the weekend we did pick up the win, but not in the best of fashions, where this time around, especially in the second half, I find that even though we did some stupid passes, and those passes will always be there in every game no matter what it is, we actually kept the ball longer than usual. And I think that actually helped us with the transition, especially from going defense to the forwards and so forth. That is how we were able to build up great counters, which resulted in great chances. Unlucky that we didn't finish them, but as you said, Adamo, any other day, those chances, or at least most of the chances, will end up in the back of the net. Now, let's take a look a bit at the player performances. Going back to Gigi Donnarumma, he didn't have much to do. However, when he was called into question, he came up with the great answers, and he made some great saves. Great to see for a 16-year-old. It's good to see his confidence boosting like that, earning the first clean sheet for Milan altogether. And where do we go from here, Adamo? Because Mr. Mihajlovic will have a big responsibility now, as we will be facing Lazio over the weekend. Don't want to talk too much about that, but he's going to have a big choice to make. Will you go with the youngster that just won you 2 games in a row, or will you go with experience? That is a big question mark in my part.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very hard task for Mihajlovic to handle because, they're facing up against Lazio. Now, it's not like Sassuolo and Chievo with their lower, like, mid-table sides, although Sassuolo and Chievo have performed well this season. They're a side that's going to, punish you when you don't take your chances. So, it's a hard question to really ask because, Diego Lopez was kind of shaky in his past games, but it's still Diego Lopez. He's a fantastic goalkeeper. But then you have Donnarumma, who's been doing fantastic, but you don't know if against Lazio he might just fall off and not be able to handle all the pressure. So hopefully, Mihajlovic doesn't make the right decision. I'm not too sure on who I would pick. I'm kind of leaning towards Diego Lopez, but then you got to kind of think like his last few games have been kind of poor, and Donnarumma has been fantastic, so why drop him? But either way, it's going to be hard for Mihajlovic to decide, but hopefully he does make the right choice.
Yeah, we'll definitely give more insight on our part during the match preview for that game. But going back to this one, I find, once again, as I said, we control the game very well, but some players that played very well, once again, like Sassuolo, against Sassuolo, like Cerci, Bertolacci, Bonaventura as the usual, once again showed up. And that is a major talking point, in my opinion, because some people, including myself, were saying, okay, but we have to see now, is it just a one-time thing where these guys will obviously perform well and then go on and be their usual selves, or will they be able to find that continuation to be great altogether on a continuous basis? And so far we have seen it. Not the toughest of opponents, but if Milan could gradually develop like this, some of their players, I think we're going to be in for some good surprises in the long run. What did you think about that?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of players have been performing quite well. As you mentioned, Cerci, Bonaventura, Bertolacci, all three players that did fantastic today. Obviously, Cerci could have had a number of goals, running all over the pitch. And Bonaventura, the usual self, creating all the plays for Milan, doing fantastic. So I think, those three players in specific were great today. De Sciglio as well, coming off the bench for Abate was fantastic. So I do think that he could be getting some starts in the future. Maybe that's a question against Lazio as well, which fullback will be starting. But, either way, it's very, very good to see all these players, on their form. And hopefully Milan can go on a bit of a streak and get up there in the top 5.
Yeah, definitely. And some people were actually saying on Twitter, I was reading during the game, why didn't Calabria come on instead of De Sciglio? I think De Sciglio did a fair job today. Honestly, I don't have many complaints, even though I would like to see Calabria. I don't know if Mihajlovic is just ready to put him on a consistent basis, even though I personally think that he will benefit for this Milan side. But maybe we'll see him more towards cup matches. So maybe, who knows. But it's good that obviously De Sciglio and Abate need to have the priority. Technically speaking, they've been at the club longer, and De Sciglio has had a handful of awful games this season, but if he could pick himself up and put up some performances like we saw today, I'm pretty sure that him and Abate could definitely duel for that right back position. Guys, what did you think about the game? Did you think that Milan improved finally as a whole after that performance against Sassuolo? Where do you see Milan going in with these types of performances? Do you think they could do well? Do you think they could improve and maybe get some good results against some tougher opposition? Or do you think Milan still needs to work a lot? Personally, I think that Milan definitely still needs to work in a lot of aspects, but they're on the right road in these past few games. Hopefully they can stay on that road and not deviate once again. But of course, let us know your comments in the comment section below. And don't forget, if you guys want to share your reaction, if you guys want to talk about the game, give your opinion on what you saw today, make sure to check out the description below, as there's a link there in order for you to send us videos, and if they're good enough, we will feature them on Rossoneri TV. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with everything AC Milan, and we'll see you in a couple of days for the match preview of Lazio against AC Milan. Thank you for watching. This has been Gio and Adamo signing off from Rossoneri TV, and as always, Forza Milan!